My dear students, in continuation of our transportation algorithm, as we have seen the examples on as well as the procedure on northwest corner method, least cost method, now we shall move to the Vogel's approximation method. The various procedures involved in this method will be: step 1. Against each row and column, denote the difference between any two lowest costs. Refer this definition, this word very important. Difference between two lowest cost in the particular row or column. These are known as penalties or extra cost. Please note that two smallest values should be considered, and if they are equal, penalty may be 0. Next, step 2. Select the maximum element among all these penalties, whether row or column. If there is a tie means what? The same, equal. Select any one, arbitrarily chosen value. Step 3. Along the row or column, the maximum element selected, select the cell which has the least element. Compare the demand and supply for that cell. Allocate the minimum among the two values. This is the step 3. Step 4. Eliminate that row or column where the supply or demand value has become 0. Also subtract the allocated quantity from the supply or demand which was unstruck to continue to be balanced. Next, step 5. Consider the matrix without the eliminated row or column. Apply steps 1 to 4, the previous steps, until all the demands are satisfied. Next, the last step, step 6. Multiply the cost elements in those cells where allocation has taken place with the allocated quantity. The sum of all these give total cost for the initial feasible solution by Vogel's approximation method, VAM. Let me consider this example. This example is already proved by the previous methods. I am taking the same example to apply the present method. The step-by-step procedure to solve this table. Step 1. In each row or column, I am going according to the procedure explained in these steps. Okay. In each row or column, the difference between two smallest values should be indicated. In this matrix, the values are calculated below and written next to supply or below the demand. A row here, A row. Highest one is 7. Next, the least one is 5. 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. B row. What is that? 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Next, C row. This is 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. And in the P column, this is 5 minus 4 is equal to 1, and Q column 7 minus 4 is equal to 3, R column 7 minus 6 equal to 1. We need to delete the highest one and consider the next two elements. Okay, that's why this type of the difference has been occurred. And I am doing here 7 minus 5 is equal to 2, 0, 1 against the supply, and below the demand 1, 3, 1, P column, Q column and R column. Come to the step 2. The maximum among all the penalties is 3 out of 2, 0, 1, 1, 3, 1. The maximum among all the penalties is 3, which corresponds to column Q. Refer here. In column Q, the least cost is 4. The least cost is 4. Again, refer the table. Step 3. In the cell corresponding to the least element, compare the demand and supply, which is 42 for the demand, supply will be 30 respectively. Select the minimum is 30 and allocate the same quantity to that cell. This is the first allocation. I am saving the first allocation here in this table. Eliminate row B for the further iterations and also subtract 30 from the 42. From hence on, steps 1 to 4 are repeated until all the demands are met. This is the table related to step 2 and 3. And for the step 4, what we have discussed here, it is diminishing the second row, because there is a supply will be 0. Between 30 and 42, 40 is allocated, 30 will be 0, hence the second row is diminished. Next, steps 1, 2, 3. Continue the same procedure as we discussed here. This is the second allocation, and here just observe that there is no second row, the B row in this step. only A and C, because the B row is already diminished. Okay, follow the same procedure as we are seen in the steps 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 4 is again showing in the second allocation. Again steps 1, 2, 3, 4 in the third allocation. Here just observe that in the second allocation we are diminishing the first column. There is no first column in this table. Just observe here. Again continue the same manner. It is the fourth allocation. The final allocation, that is sum of all the allocations, will be shown here. Therefore this term is equal to, the total cost is equal to what? 5 into 65, 5 into 65 plus 7 into 5 plus 4 into 30 plus 7 into 7 plus 7 into 43, and these elements are compared with the given, the original table. The total list, the project approximation gives the solution 830. My dear friends, just observe all the steps taken together. I have given the table at the end. Therefore this is the total cost here. Just observe here, in all the conditions the total supply and demand will be 150, but here it is 120. Why this was happening? Because we have deleted the second row in this step. Therefore this term will be what? The addition of the condition of 65 plus 12 plus 43, 120. Here it is shown here. Therefore 50 plus 5 plus 50 is equal to 55. 12 plus 43 is equal to 55. It is shown here. Okay, therefore again deleting the first row, here it is 50 is the supply, demand is 7 plus 43 is equal to 50. Therefore the final allocation table is shown here as compared with the given table. Okay, the solution will be 830. Thanks.